to be able to go straight into another game. Straight into it. Crazy.
That's mental.
No breaks happening either. So
nah, screw breaks. We just want Rocket League.
Rip our voices. We're going to be going into NRG. So you know NRG, they're fine. Like they're like a standard team. It's your Fireburner, it's your Justin, it's your Garrett G. Versus Randy Gibbons River Rats. You've got classics. You've got Turbo Pulsar. And you have Corrupted G. What a monstrous team those guys have formed up there. I have literally no idea what to think of this.
I mean, they 3-1 Chiefs, which, you know, that from their previous match, they 3-1 Chiefs. NRG 3-1. So we know that Randy Gibbons, you know, they're here to play. And from the brief little snippets I've seen, they seem to be working very well together. And seem like they have a great time. So I'm very interested to see how this matchup goes with NRG.
Yeah, so we saw an interview earlier with Turbo Pulsar where he was talking about Dignitas. And Gibbs asked him, what do you think of Dignitas' new third, Astral? And Turbo just goes, who? Who is that? Who's Astral? Turbo is so utterly toxic.
Savage.
But we love him. We love him for that. Classics is... There's literally not a word to sum up...
I feel like that should be the word. Like, you are Classics.
Your Classics. He is an enigma. He is a confusing man who loves the fact he's confusing, but simultaneously doesn't know why he's confusing. He's just wonderful. He's a wonderful human. He runs a lot.
He runs a lot.
He just runs a lot.
Tell me about Classics.
He just loves a run.
He loves a good run.
He runs. He's a runner. And then also have Corrupted G on that team, who is, I think, he's the kind of person who is happy that Classics is taking the limelight. He's pleased that he's not the person who is going to be taking the brunt of it. But honestly, this team is going to be so interesting to see. If we see that as a cross-region team as well, it is going to be something special. But here we go. This is NRG versus Randy Gibbons River Rats. I literally don't know what to think. We'll sort out the name tags, so the team names at the top as well. So NRG are on the orange team, and the River Rats are on the blue team.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect from this game. I'm really looking forward to see just how these teams play. I want to see how Turbo Pulsar fits in as well. I want to see what kind of NRG we see today. You know, we've seen a lot of different NRGs over the months. Okay. I was going through the motions there. You know, I stuttered a bit, but there was like 3 different passes here. Garrett G dunked on Turbo Pulsar, straight on a Fireburner.
Oh my!
Fireburner misses, and then it's like, no wait, I got another one, and hooks in the corner. So that's a fantastic start for NRG.
How on earth did Fireburner end up scoring that goal? After that's how it sort of began. That's going to sum up this series. Turbo's missing that open opportunity, but it was an awkward angle, very acute. I couldn't quite get there. Classics getting a touch round the back of Justin. Now Garrett's central, but nobody there to pick up on it. Turbo to Classics. God, I'm happy I'm able to say that sentence.
Oh, I didn't quite get the flip reset. Justin was definitely looking for that.
Yeah, I thought he did. Not quite. Couldn't get his wheels around it. Garrett G against Classics. Justin.
Oh, Justin.
He didn't even need to fake him there. He literally could have boomed that in.
He just boomed that in the left. I don't know why he went for that option. I mean, look at the space he had to boot that in. But he likes to showcase his skills, so he went for a lovely fake there. And that was very, very wonderful. Great 50-50 from Garrett there in the corner. That was perfectly timed.
Yeah, that was very nice. Corrupted G up in the air, trying to get it over the top of any NRG players, but is not able to. Sent long by Classics. And Garrett G is able to attempt to get it out of the half, but Corrupted G is able to, again, just challenge him as much as possible.
Turbo taking it over the top. See, we're seeing that a lot. There's little not the tap and smash, but you know, you do a kind of a fake air dribble, or you do a little air dribble, and it's, you know, it's so hard as a defender to know which one they're going to do. It can really take someone out of the game.
Sent to the other end, but then Corrupted G can get it across. Probably should have gone a little bit flatter with that, but to play badly. Justin tries to air drill it around Turbo Pulsar, who says, not today. That double touch attempt by Fireburner, but that's saved by Turbo Pulsar. is huge. Justin again with another chance and does end up scoring it.
Yeah, that's lovely look at it. It's just relentless pressure at this point. Fireburner pops it up. Justin's like, you know what, I'll take this. Corrupted was a little bit, you know, we see that a lot. It's common that, you know, players get a little bit caught up on front post. You know, it's easy to bait. It's a lot easier to bait a player to come front post than it is to just, you know, hit it straight away and see them just stay in the middle of the net.
Yeah. But I mean, this 3-0 it's looking relatively dominant. Another ceiling pass. This is the line of ceiling passes. Because they're well good.
Valencia.
Yep. I'd like to actually forfeit this game on behalf of everyone for you saying it's okay. You can't be blamed for your actions. Fireburner scored, by the way, just a heads up.
Yep, 4-0.
Yep, cool. Yeah, so Fireburner.
1-5.
This is final one. This is Fireburner's final tournament with NRG, and I honestly don't know how I'm going to cope with that. Because that is such history that is going to be finished.
That was some really nice reader from Turbo. I think he actually got a flip reset, but he didn't bother to check. Which he's breaking one of his rules. So,
yeah, come on.
You got to always
check. I think you have it. You have to go for it. But yeah, that was an amazing pass by Turbo Pulsar. I thought that'd be an even better sort of goal in the end, but
no passing play from the River Rats. Quite amount to anything there. The 4 goals down, a minute 50. River Rats going to need to pull out some wonder plays here. And at the moment, NRG getting most of the pressure. Definitely the better team at the moment. Good control from Turbo. Another great demo. Opens up the net, and Turbo Pulsar just plonks it right in. I love that goal explosion, by the way.
I have never seen that goal explosion.
It's from the new crate. I think it might be one of my favourite ones, because look at it.
Oh, it goes like across the goal. Oh!
But then it goes at the end. It's beautiful.
What? How many keys does that cost? Because that is worth opening 1,000 crates for.
Well, 1,000 keys, I think.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Fair play. GG. Justin dancing over the top of everybody in the server here. Gets one here, gets a second here, and then that floor pinch. Man, Justin is on another level right now.
Well, as his name says, it's just incredible.
He is just incredible. You know what, Justin? I reckon you're allowed to call yourself that. Fair play. It's so good to watch, man.
I know, right?
He just, the ceiling from Garrett, nearly the own goal. Classic. He isn't silly enough to do that. Every move he makes is calculated.
Absolutely. Straight into the middle to Garrett. Good read there from Classics. So often those corner passes get intercepted like that. It's really difficult to get a corner pass and have, get a goal from it. You have to communicate it really early on, I find. Meanwhile, Fireburner just casually smacks that right into that. Bit of a kerfuffle here from the River Rats. Turbo Pulsar just completely whiffing that ball. I think he thought someone was going to come in and shoot a lot earlier, try to get a 50, but unfortunately no one did. So he just was made to look like an absolute fool. But with that, we're only 1 goal away from a Brazil. So, I don't know about you, but I'm getting pretty excited.
I'm a little bit gutted that the first game that we're seeing Gibbons River Rats, take part in, could be a Brazil.
That could be quite funny.
No, Randy Gibbons.
Maybe the Brazil back. I mean, that would be a classic Randy Gibbons.
Oh, that's classic. RRRG. Wait, no, RGRR.
RG. Randy Gibbons River RGR. Yeah.
Come on, Classics, get it.
He's got the flip.
It's fine, he got a very safe wave there. 6-1 in this opening game between the River Rats and NRG. Oh, what a name. Just what a name. What a world we live in where this timeline is the one that we're all experiencing together. Isn't that something beautiful?
Of all the multiverses we could be in right now, we are in this one. With Toad Hossa and Classics on the same team. Called Randy Gibbons River Rats. with a logo drawn by S Watercolor.
Wow, you scared me then.
Oh,
yeah, God, yeah. So what a world we live in. 6-1 in that first game, pretty dominant win there by NRG. Obviously looking to carry on that form into our following games. Whoever wins this, they will be going forwards into the groups in day 2. Whoever loses this is going to be going down into our losers quarterfinals, the exact same as we just had for the G2 and Ghost game. So, keep an eye on the Wikipedia bracket, the Smash bracket, whatever you want to be. And obviously, we'll be updating you throughout as well. There's been no other results to report on just yet, so we're just going to be looking to get into these next games.
Well, we can say that did we say the Bricks has 3-0'd Barcelona in
the Group
C semi-finals. So the Bricks are now through to day 2, and Barcelona and the losers playing Method,
3-0.
which is very, very interesting. The Bricks now coming out strong. Didn't expect that result.
Okay, wait, what's the score? It was 1-0, 3-0, 1-0 OT. It was only an 11-second OT, though.
So Barcelona of all teams, bear in mind, haven't scored a single goal in this series.
Barcelona got swept again, like clean swept.
Yeah, interesting.
Man, they love getting clean swept. Okay, crazy. Well, I mean, we're back to a crazier timeline of the River Rats versus NRG again. So, first game obviously going to NRG. River Rats, I feel like you can't really blame them for many double commits, because how on earth do you expect them to be, like full-on synergy when when you're against NRG, who are one of the oldest rosters in the game right now?
Yeah, absolutely. It's quite different teams, different synergy. I wonder if the mentality is different between the two. I wonder how much River Rats are kind of just playing, and maybe I feel like River Rats would be more relaxed and enjoyable, sort of. Yeah. Just having fun with the game, trying to see what does them naturally. Whereas NRG might be a bit more strategic in how they play, and take it a bit more seriously that way.
Oh, we're talking of taking it seriously. Turbo Pulsar has had a serious shot on the net there. Justin centered it. Garrett he hesitated. That's what led to that issue where he went for it and then quickly turned back and then bumped Fireburner in the net. He then wasn't able to go. Turbo Pulsar then is this sort of free chance to have a shot. See where it lands. It lands in the net, and he has a very, very nice looking goal explosion.
Oh, they're way dashing Turbo then.
He's looking way fancier than he did on Dignitas, right?
Yeah, maybe
he's doing a load of things.
A bit more fun with it. A bit more room to roam free, maybe. Who knows?
A bit loosey-goosey.
Yeah, a bit loosey-goosey. Justin, though, almost getting that goal. Just gets too high, hitting the crossbar. Not the greatest of clears from Turbo Pulsar there. Not the greatest of responses from Justin either. But a great 50 and a great dunk from Corrupted G. Carries on the pressure. Justin puts it safely in the corner there. Good fake from Garrett. He's got Justin in the middle. Lovely block there. Nice.
Man, that's such a nice turn that he did so quickly.
Yeah, I thought you mentioned that. I was about to I was looking at it.
It's so nice.
It's that little air roll just before you smack it. So as you smack the ball, you hit it just with the corner of the car and your left, so that you're almost hitting it with the roof of your car, which you don't want to do.
Yeah, for sure. That's so nice. River Rats, they're still up in this series. Sorry, in this game. Attempting to be up in the series. It's centered from Fireburner, but Turbo Pulsar just nicks it with his nose. He's able to get the clear. Centered back again, Fireburner versus Corrupted G. Corrupted G did one of those hits where you just see it in front of you and you think, I may as well touch it.
Exactly right. I mean, Corrupted G's getting some good 50s this game. He's getting in their faces quite a lot, so it's good to see. And it's working, in their favour. A lot of times his 50s are the reason why River Rats can get out of their half and get some sort of offense going.
Fireburner there had a really, really good opportunity to actually score a goal on the side for NRG. But he just hit it quite weak into that bottom corner, which is a little bit disappointing. I'd expect a little bit more from that shot. I don't even think it turned awkwardly. I think he just hit it badly.
Yeah, it can be. Sometimes some of the easiest shots can be a bit, difficult.
Oh, the 2-0. Yeah, nice pass down there from Classics to Corrupted G. From Corrupted G originally as well, actually. Thought Classics might attempt the double, and that's what Fireburner thought as well.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, that's why sometimes your whiffs, so to speak, can completely throw an opponent off guard, and they'll be like, "Oh, I thought you were going to go for the double. Why did he miss it?" And then you're not aware of the third man that's about to come in and just slam it and shoot it. I think Classics with a good dunk there. Another challenge for Turbo. Very back and forth at the moment. It doesn't seem to be in any one side's half for too long.
That is such a nice pass. Classics can't get to it, instead underneath the ball. Corrupted G is low on boost, tries to go for a big flick, but doesn't get much off it. Sees that back corner boost and so can go for that. But can't quite get it any further. Justin nearly gets a cheeky little one as well around the edge. And Garrett G once again cut off by the fact that it's that last minute touch from a River Rats player. Before it was Turbo Pulsar, this time it was Corrupted G.
Yeah, they're just getting those little nibby touches on there. Just to throw NRG off guard. Just to be a little bit of a nuisance. Good stuff, I think. Good recovery from Classic. He looked like he was going to land a bit odd, but he actually did pretty well there to recover in time to get another hit and a 50. Fortunately, nothing came of it.
Ooh, not quite. I thought Justin would get a dunk there. Not quite able to, but that has popped out wide. Not quite in, but it's an awkward bounce off that post. Not quite again, as it then shoots back down to the other half. Now 16 seconds, NRG just straight up need something like now. They don't get it, which doesn't look like they will. This is still his opportunity. Justin, can he get something? No. It stays high. River Rats, they beating NRG in game 2. Corrupted G touched it to the floor, and that is now confirmed. So GG to those guys. Now they're 1-1 in this series. Whoever wins this will be going through to day 2. Whoever loses this will be going down into our quarter-finals. Now, I think River Rats are starting to find a little bit of form. They're finding their footholds. They know where they can stand and what they can do with each other. Do you think it's going to continue that way, or do you think NRG is going to do the opposite, basically?
I feel like NRG are going to adapt a little bit to it. I definitely feel like by beating River Rats 6-1, they thought, oh, you know what, this actually might be a little bit easy. Maybe not consciously, but, it'd definitely be in their mind somewhere. So this win might spark NRG, I feel like, and, get them to, step up a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just, maybe they needed that little bit of a wake-up call of, like, actually, this is ultimately still the 3-time world champion. This is ultimately still the behemoth that is Classics. And you can't take Classics lying down. And it's not advisable from sort of a health point of view either. So it's definitely one of those things where if you've got one team that you're probably going to underestimate when you definitely shouldn't, it's probably River Rats, going purely by their name. But it's still a really strong team on paper.
Yeah, for sure. It's the fact that this is the first, they're literally first. I barely even think they would have played with each other very much. They just literally have just formed this tournament, so they're doing pretty well for themselves, all things considered.
I mean, there's teams that have been out there for sort of half a year who won't be able to take a game off NRG.
Exactly. Well, that is great speed from Corrupted G and a great pass.
Oh,
just a bit of an unorthodox mix there. Surprised he didn't get that.
There's still a few double commits on defense, which is worrying me. I hope they're going to really get punished for that. We saw there with Corrupted G and Classics. I think that's one of their issues as well on EG, is that they just never really understood who should be going for it in defense. So hopefully that's something they can work out with Turbo's guidance.
Well, that's the thing. If you have a team where the first man goes for it ASAP all the time, then by the time the second man comes back, he knows that, okay, now I'm first man. Whereas if you wait too long, then you start bunching up like a traffic jam.
Yeah.
But Garrett G, though.
Proving, in fact, the NRG are still in this to win this, but a double commit on defense once again, with Corrupted G involved. So, I mean, he needs a little bit of a talking to. Turbo Pulsar can slap him across the back of the head, because, they are sitting next to each other.
I heard it from here.
We're not even in Valencia. I know, crazy. So, NRG now leading number 3.
Yeah, this is what I was expecting, what I was thinking. Actually, picking themselves back up a little bit more. There's still plenty of time left. So, let's see how River Rats respond. the moment. They have the pressure, but Justin just sends it out. Almost smacks it straight to Garrett G, who's already in the air. Got in a crazy pre-jump goal there. Or at least a fantastic shot. Another good 50 from Corrupted G though. Good follow from Turbo.
I'm liking these centres off the side wall. They're doing something. They're not really led to too much yet, but they're something that is being considered across the board. And Corrupted G!
Oh, he's just missed it!
Oh, it's that slight final adjustment that just took him out of the way. He was so dead onto it. He needs to be scoring stuff like that. Or at least getting it sort of just above the goal or something. Because that is one of the most straight up shots you're going to have from a double touch perspective.
Yeah, that was a golden opportunity for him, but unfortunately he just couldn't make it.
I mean, it's Squishy can score the one that he scored in LAN.
Oh, what a goal that was.
That was absurd, that angle. Then the Corrupted G should be able to score that one that was dead on. Classic's missing on the side as well. Now it's just Garrett G versus Corrupted G, the battle of the Gs. Corrupted G does end up winning it. Classics can try and air dribble it away with Turbo Pulse's help.
Yeah, at the moment this is looking the most even I've seen this entire series so far. Just this last couple of minutes. Pressure is switching back and forth, but it isn't quite ping-pong. It seems to be fairly well controlled. Still loving the 50-50s from Corrupted G and also for Classics now as well.
Fireburn with a little spin, but doesn't quite get it high enough to be threatening for Classics. Corrupted then goes back down. Still that corner boost. Maybe starting to get a boost advantage. But no, it seems it's gone a little bit too long now. They can't really keep pushing. Pretty weird engine sound in this lobby.
Probably Turbo. He has the weirdest engine noises all the time.
I remember at one point he had the motor mouth one, and that was awful to watch. It's just so annoying. Turbo can sink in that equalising goal though. Maybe using a bad engine sound, we don't know. But that pass though from Classics. This comes out from Fireburner. That is so much speed that comes out as well. 1 minute 22. Are River Rats going to be going up in this series against NRG, one of the titans from North America? Classics put it around this right side, but Justin is able to send it absolutely miles. Just gently skimming the roof. Corrupted G fakes going to the corner, instead goes long with it. Corrupted and the Classics next to each other again. They were waiting, hoping that there would be a miss come out there from Justin, but instead goes back to his half. Tells Classics off, says, no, this is my ball. I'm going to send it to Corrupted G, who's then going to double touch it. And he nearly does.
Oh, the follow-up. Turbo doing a very, very, very good save to keep their team in the game.
Oh, that's a bump coming out from Justin. Thought that might lead to something big. That's caught in the middle now by Fire. That goes long. That's on target. And this seconds with a lead for River Rats. Fire. He flipped to hit it. Instead, he probably should have just taken it to the wall instead of just stopping it in the middle. Turbo taking full advantage of it as well. These final 30 seconds could see something huge happen. River Rats could go ahead of NRG in this series. Now Corrupted G is up. Sends it long across to the side. Turbo can't quite get onto it. Instead, the other end. And Classics sends it back into the middle. River Rats just need to hold on here. Classics with a back flip. You get one before you want. With this one. No. Lands dangerous there. It gets cleared away. Game is still alive, however. In the blue half too. And it's still not ended.
Why Corrupted G kept that up, I'll never know, but they're still playing.
Oh, Turbo sends it long. This should be it. Surely. No, it is not. Oh, it's still up. Corrupted G keeps it going. Dude. Justin is still up as well. Classics tries to send it low, but it's still in the air. Fireburner high. Oh, he can't quite get that second touch on it. And after about 30 seconds of it being in the air, the River Rats win out. 2-1. One more win sends NRG to the lower bracket. Oh my Jesus.
I don't know what to say about that. How this is quite interesting. NRG love keeping the ball up in the air, don't they? Like the last it was 0 seconds, so they must be in the air for like 25 seconds. Surely they were doing everything they can to keep up in the air. Even Corrupted G doing it twice, keeping up in the air for whatever reason. I don't know. But yeah, Randy Gibbons, River Rats, putting on a very good show. They're now ahead 2-1 in the series. Whilst I think NRG was more the favourites, we obviously knew the caliber of the Randy Gibbons River Rats.
Yeah. I mean, they're on paper they are a huge team, just physically speaking, of course. But even within the game, they are a team that you can't say that they're not there as a serious team. I think ultimately it's a meme team, right? It's ultimately a meme pickup team, but it's still really strong. You've still got previously until this season, a mid-table 2EG member roster with a 3-time world champion. That's not something to sleep on. That's something that NRG need to take seriously, need to respect. We saw Turbo's first goal, and it was so fast and such a boomer that you can't mess around with this squad.
I'm looking out for Fireburner because he's made a couple of mistakes. I think 2 of those goals, one of them, his 50-50 it's difficult on a corner wall for sure, but his 50-50 wasn't great. It just sent straight to the middle for Turbo to score. And the other one, he just didn't control it well enough and try to rush it and hit it. And because of that, he didn't buy enough time for his teammates to get back either. So, let's hope that Fireburner, known for his 50-50 skills in the past, can improve going forward.
And 30 seconds without incident. Turbo Pulsar gets in the way there. Corrupted G with a shot on there, but Justin can send it back long towards the other way. Turbo Pulsar picks the 100 boost. That is a boomer towards the net. But it does go off the crossbar in the end. Now, Classic's getting a nice block and that 100 boost with a gorgeous recovery. Centered from Corrupted G to Turbo Pulsar, and that is the exact kind of spite that we are seeing from the River Rats.
All of NRG are just in a straight line. Turbo Pulsar waits in the middle. He has all the space in the world, so obviously Corrupted G, his best choice by far is to pass them over to Turbo. So they punish NRG severely for that defensive lap.
That is something beautiful. I love seeing it when it's just that powerful and that much of a perfect goal setup. It's like, that just deserves to go in. We've seen a couple of them today, and that's one of the only ones that have actually gone in because the defense has been absurd throughout the rest of the tournament. Talking of which, Turbo just manages to get in the way from absolutely nowhere. Fireburner gets it round to 11 boost though, so not much to his name, but gets a nice low contest, so it can end up going down into the middle. Go back to the other side. Picking it up in the mid, can go off the sidewalk, and it's central. Classics is there. Classics controls, flicks away from the goal like an absolute hero.
He just caught away from him there. Went too far to his right, and I think he flicked a little bit too early. But it's so hard when you've got to rush against 2 goalies and try to get around them.
Oh, how about rushing against no goalies? Corrupted tries to make it as uneven as possible, but can't quite get anything in the net, however. Corrupted, challenging Classics, no boost to get to it. Does loft it high, however. Cleared into the corner, but Corrupted is there. Turbo Pulse around this right edge, a lot of boost for him. So he can be dunking, can go for that demo, but doesn't get it.
So we're just about missing. He went low though, which we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot of pre-jump saves actually coming in previous series, but NRG at the moment don't seem to be pre-jumping saving at all. So corner shot is likely to go in if they're close enough. River Rats have a lot of possession at the moment, pressuring NRG quite heavily, but Justin manages to pinch it out. Not the greatest of players from Turbo. Fireburner looking to punish that, but just sends it straight to Plastics. Probably didn't have enough boost for the double touch there, but definitely could have tried a bit of a better shot.
Nearly a goal where it's just run away from the defence entirely. Just out on the net. This is really worrying now for NRG. They're approaching, well, they're now under 2 minutes, should I say. And they have not got much time to bring another goal back. This is getting a little bit dangerous, seeing as they've had ultimately very few opportunities in this game to actually get much going. And Turbo clearing away from his own net. Now only 90 seconds for NRG to pull something together. Turbo getting that double block as well. The boost is definitely on NRG's side, and Justin scrapes that woodwork.
He put that just in the corner because that was excellent, excellent placement. Classics try to run down and get saved, but unfortunately he just couldn't get back in time. And this is exactly what NRG need. Maybe, hopefully, for their sake, they can ride this momentum forward and get themselves another goal.
These two shots we've seen from these teams are so perfect that they are just unsavable. Now with 80 seconds remaining, NRG are able, have evened it up and have now taken the lead. 2-1 Garrett G this time instead of Justin.
This is completely turned around. Classics is clear. Again, it's clear issues coming out from both sides. But this time, the Classics is clear wasn't the greatest, and Garrett G will just punish that. You can't give him that much space because he will just bury that into the corner.
NRG are begging for game 5. Will River Rats concede and let them have it? That's their choice. So, G let's get around the edge. He doesn't quite get there. That control there by Justin is able just to make it so it's awkward to form anything. Doesn't care that he takes that to his own half, so long as it's not in the control of the River Rats. One very central. Garrett can pick it up, take his time, maybe go for a flick. Doesn't have to get there because Classic's there very, very early on. Going up this sidewall, G will take over. That then draws Justin out. That is an own pinch. Oh, which Turbo saves and Classics sort of deals with in his own Classicsy way.
Yeah, that could have been very dangerous there. You got to be careful as you're 50ing in your opponent's corner, not to send it all the way back right to your own half.
I swear, the amount of own goals that I see come from that.
Yeah,
that's the third man though, really early. Turbo nearly was able to drop it down as well. 20 seconds remaining. Can River Rats get this lead back? All right, NRG going to be taking us into game number 5. Looking to be a game 5 jobby. G can't get it too far away, but does work it down the line. Comes central. Turbo Pulse is on it. It's off the post. Oh my god! And now it's hit the floor, and NRG have taken game number 4. That is such an important save.
That was so close. Turbo Pulse just getting it, just trying to squeeze it into that corner, but it was just saved. I really thought that might be the equalizer. That would be detrimental to NRG if that was the case. But they hang on.
Being killer.
And we're going to game 5.
We are going to game 5 indeed. Just a little update on the bracket as well. The Chiefs have beaten Servette Geneva, so the Chiefs are through into our into our losers quarterfinal. Servette are now out. Otherwise, we're just waiting on the results, obviously, from this game and some other games that are going on. Man alive, this bracket is getting real juicy, real spicy. And in this final game, I really can't call it because the River Rats were ahead for a good couple minutes there. And then Justin and Garrett just pound those doors down and and then regain that 2-1 lead.
Yeah, it's very, very close. We've had some close series, but this one, and we've had, apart from that one game, it was 6-1. Randy Gibbons is really bringing it to NRG. And, I think at the moment, Fireburners 50s, they definitely improved that game. It really helped the team go forward. I think some of these clears from River Rats need to improve somewhat. Either get them harder or just try to get the angle. Because a lot of these goals are coming from just giving away possession quite easily.
Game number 5. This decides who goes through to day number 2 and who is going to have to battle once again in the losers quarterfinal. Neither of these teams really deserves to be in the losers quarterfinal. And I really do worry for any team that comes up against them, but I'm going to try and send the other one down there. Is it going to be or will River Rats end up prevailing? Chat, I'd love to know your opinion. For RR for River Rats, for NRG for NRG. I'll just give it I'll give it an eye to see what's going on in there. See what you think.
At the moment, there's a lot of ceiling play. You'll be happy to see something.
I love ceiling play.
Almost coming from a goal.
But, it's almost entirely River Rats, by the way. Everyone is on the River Rats train.
Absolutely.
People are happy.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. They are very happy. Fireburners last tournament are a meme team. I'm torn. It's very fair.
Whoa.
Tell you what though, Turbo Pulsar, he's going to satisfy chat because that is 1-0 now to the River Rats. They are able to get this lead. Can they maintain it this time, though? Because NRG were able to bring it back in game number 4.
That was a very, very good 50-50 from Turbo. I mean, not only did he win the challenge, but he actually pinched it with his opponent and squeezed it into that top corner.
Now it's on Classics. Will he be able to get some decent clears? That was good to get it round 1, and now he's stealing that back boost. Still a mid boost available, but that demo opens it up entirely. Turbo can secure that boost. Disrupted challenges. This is nice. They're making sure that everything they do sort of seems to have a purpose in this game almost. They're going for demos and then immediately then coming back, or they're going for some boost steals for evaluating which boost they should actually be taking. That is a pass and a half into the centre, but Justin can end up finishing it from Fireburner. If it goes a little off nice and early, doesn't even flip, just tips it.
Yeah, that's great speed from both players there. Just easing out against the River Rats goalie there. And, you know, with plays like that, the centre ball, first to second man, pretty safe, pretty good going. And there's only one man back for River Rats, so it's well played from there.
So now, at least we know the question to can River Rats maintain this lead? No, they cannot. But can they get the lead back? Maybe, I don't know. I literally can't see the future. Don't expect too much from me. So get off my back, Mum.
Wait, you can't see the future? What are you doing here?
I know. I'm sorry, casters should be able to.
I know, right?
Bad me. But Garrett G is going to try and make everybody in the chat angry. Try and get another goal for NRG. Turpulse going to clear it towards Classics. He does so. Classics catches that beautifully.
Great connection there. I don't know. I think he just got at the edge of his flip, but I think it looked very. It looked very hard to me, but it was very well done. Oh my goodness!
Oh, I thought Classics had that as well.
He just couldn't quite get the save. You know, Turbo Porter comes in with 50, gets taken out by Fireburner, and Classics just, unfortunately for him, during his attempt to save it, he just knocks himself up and gets stuck in no man's land in the middle of the air.
Yeah, Fireburner had a really good fake flick there as well. It looked like he was going to sort of go high and then just goes low. And this is the same scoreline from the game before where NRG ended up winning it 2-1. River Rats, though, are trying to have something else to say about this. They do not want to go quietly into that losers bracket. They want to win this and secure their place in game 2. Sorry, in day 2, rather. Classics up nice and early. G can get on the end of it. Turbo is in the middle, but didn't trust that Fireburner was going to get there, and it's actually relatively routine. Justin, that's one. Can he get a second? No, he can't. Did not read that particularly well now. Turbo across to Classics. In the net, though, Fireburner maintains a strong defensive force. That again comes off the ceiling. Turbo is there, but again can't make contact. And the counter-attack mounts for NRG.
Yeah, this is really good performances from the defensive side of NRG, but even the River Rats getting their opportunities. We just need to see it get capitalized a little bit more, maybe a little bit more direct, get the accuracy going, because, you know, NRG will save it if it's not in the top corner.
Approaching the 1 minute mark, and NRG are looking to be holding out. Corrupted G, the shot on net! Bardanski! And 2-2 with just 70 seconds remaining. Garrett G sort of sees that the shot is possible, waits for it, but does not anticipate the power that Corrupted G can get off that perfect half volley. This is an even game now. We could be going to overtime.
We've only had one overtime so far, I think, from memory.
What, ground zero?
Yeah. Oh, no.
The own goal!
Oh, no. That's the third own goal, though. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, the own goal off Corrupted G, I think it was. Also, Fireburner bumped into it by Turbo. The Turbo bumped Fireburner, and the ball then hits Corrupted G and goes in. The own goal has put NRG ahead.
I mean, you can't blame Corrupted G for that, where like it was such a fast motion from Fireburner. You have to react so quickly, and ultimately you can't. Ooh. Turbo was not expecting the whiff from Fireburner there. If he did, that could have been a goal. But Classics gets the goal to equalise. 3-3 now. This is getting spicy.
This final 90 seconds. So the best gameplay we've seen today. Corrupted G goes high, sees that Justin is in such an awkward position there. He started moving near post, realised he couldn't get there, then reversed. At that point, it was too late. Classics had already had his eyes set on day 2, and he is getting there. Turbo off the ceiling. Can he do something special? Absolutely not. No, he cannot.
Special there. Didn't even
tried,
touch
though.
the ball. But you know what? A+ for trying.
Hold the lap for trying.
Absolutely.
Turbo clearing it far away. That's just getting on the end of it, sort of. Corrupted G, that's one, that's two. Is there a teammate there? No, you needed to have Turbo. All Classics respect the fact that he was able to get the hit. A Fireburner and Garrett towards the middle. Can Garrett get it to one or the other? That's on target.
Oh my goodness.
Tarkameko, this is a shot towards the side, but no. Classics, can you please pick up that boot?
I was
Circled it twice, man.
Your team needs boost. You're on defense for so long.
He finally got it though, and he gets the block. Are we going to overtime, or will Garrett stop it? Garrett does indeed stop it. He's going to hit that central. He does.
Great.
Nothing's able to come from it. Now this overtime decides whether Randy Gibbons River Rats go to day 2 right now, or if NRG go there instead. Whichever team loses, they are not out. They still have a chance tomorrow. That is up. No one's there to go for it. G full boost can challenge Fireburner in the mid. Classics up nice and early, goes off from the ceiling, gets a second touch. Classics is an incredible player. Fireburner demoing Turbo Pulsar, making him completely off the map.
River Rats at the moment having a lot of pressure going on, and you need to be careful because a lot of times they've had a space open up, but River Rats haven't punished them yet.
Not at all. Classics down this right-hand side, picks up the 100 boost. Garrett G clears it far away. Is there something in the back corner to get it? Not really. But Garrett G does still win out in the end anyway. So we clear it down again. That right edge, Garrett G can't quite get as nice of a touch as Classics did earlier. Therefore, that flip reset has done Justin very well. So up early. Corrupted G is there!
Oh,
he nearly squeezes in! Fireburner, what is that save?
I thought that River Rats were going to get that one. I thought it was going to bobble in. But Fireburner was just on the goal line, saving NRG. Their trip
It's
to the
open!
bracket.
It's an open net! Corrupted G sends Randy Gibbons River Rats through to day 2 ahead of NRG. Classics must be beaming. All control of his limbs has been lost. He is sprinting around the arena, I imagine. And the River Rats have made it through. Chat is incredibly pleased right now, which I'm very happy to report on. And NRG are going to now need to battle through that lower bracket. Oh my God, I am a fanboy of the River Rats.
They are putting on a very good show, the DreamHack. They've gone straight to day 2 through the winning side, winning bracket. But honestly, that was really great performance from them. NRG, they had a little bit of lackluster defense at times. Their goalkeeping, as opposed to the defense, was really good. There was just that midfield of their own half was a little bit lacking. Yeah. And what I was saying, like it will be punished eventually. And River Rats, they did punish, and Corrupted G got that final goal.
Honestly, apart from that game 1, there was so much cohesion there that I wasn't really expecting. I thought it was going to be a case that we might see a few times where there'd be more double commits, and there was in game 1 and sort of a little bit in game 2. But apart from that, they were really reading each other very well. Corrupted G was delivering passes to both players. Turbo was sending them as well. It was a really, really solid all-round performance, and a surprise that has shocked me. Their coherence, their cohesion together is something that I didn't anticipate to see this early on. That could be a genuinely dangerous team, which I didn't expect to ever be a team.
Absolutely. I think a part of it is when you just throw a team like that together just for the sake of the DreamHack, you think, okay, let's just, we're going to play, but we're not going to be too worried about the result. We're just going to see what we can do and play our own game and not think too much about strategies or get inside our own heads or worry too much. And that probably helps them a lot with their play style. And it showed because they just beat NRG 3-2. So clearly it works. I
want a River Rats versus Dignitas Grand Final.
Oh my goodness.
That would blow my mind. I would be way too happy with that. Otherwise, guys, we are going to be going to a very quick break. It's just going to be for a few minutes. Should be back within around 5 minutes. We are going to be covering Barca versus Method. So FC Barcelona versus Method. That is a game that is in our losers quarter-final. Whoever wins that goes through to day 2. Whoever loses that will be going out of the tournament. Neither team deserves to. Both teams deserve to go through. It'll be really exciting to see who ends up doing it. Make sure you join us in a few minutes' time.